My Little Pony. I used to wonder why friendship could be My Little Pony. Need two people for that bit, really. Ho ho ho! Hey, good buddies. Didn't see you there. This is your host, the Chief Dog. Welcome to ArmaGEEKdon. We've got a fun-packed show for you today. I'm actually on my way to get a chai latte from my favourite takeaway place. Get these skateboards out of here. What's going on? Oh, kids. Keep them to the skate parks, I say. But listen, I'm here to get a chai latte. I'm going to take it home. We're going to sup on that, and I'm going to chat to my main man, Ben Flying Retro, about some of his toys. Let's check it out. That's right, people. We're at the table, not the Chief Dog's table today. We're at my main man, Ben Flying Retro's table. As I said, here he is. He's live. He's in charge. He's the man in the Dennis the Menace jumper. So let's go straight over now live to Bournemouth to my man, Ben. How are you, sir?
Hey, buddy. How's it going, Chief? It's Ben Flying Retro here. I've been welcomed with open arms onto your YouTube channel to go through this coffee table of delights, of treats.
Now I'm going to start out because I don't really understand it. I've been there live. I've seen it in person pre-COVID, I must say. But just explain to me, this is a table, a hexagonal shaped table in your living room with a glass lid, and it is stuffed full of toys. Now, just explain to me, is this something that you've seen before somewhere? An idea you had that you thought would be cool, or what germinated the seed for you doing this?
Okay, so the catalyst for this was this table lived in my wife's office in London, and it was kind of they had it filled with Barbies and dolls, which was relevant to her business, and I always thought it was really cool. And then they were getting rid of it, and I was like, I want that coffee table. I'll fill it with boxed toys that I like. And then it was a different color, so I painted it white. I've had to put all these little protection things on it because we've got a 1-year-old running around. But the glass does have a tint to it. It's quite blue. Okay. So,
but you're saying you wanted it. You're saying you had the idea to fill it with boxed toys for the purpose of what? Just being an aesthetic.
Yeah, because this is a real conversation starter. If you're sat down here, you look in here, all these different IPs, there's just so much to talk about, and kids can't get to them. It's torture for a kid.
Heavy lid?
It's so heavy.
Nice.
No one's getting in here.
Adult supervision required there.
To be fair, initially I was like, well, I'll just put loose toys in here, and then the boxes that are on them, the colours, they make it pop so much more. I thought what I'll do is I'll get like one example of each IP that I quite like.
Yes.
Yeah, so like Star Wars, Turtles, Transformers.
Okay. Well, that was another question, was going to be, how did you decide on what stuff to fill it with? You thought, was there occasions where you were just shopping and you thought, this looks really cool, I'm going to grab that for the toy box? But like you said, also you wanted a Star Wars item, you wanted a Turtles item.
Yeah, well, it started with, I already had a load of like mid-90s Power of the Force Star Wars figs. So I was like, well, okay, I'll chuck a few of those in there. I'll keep some of the Barbies. We had these Toy Story toys from when the kids were younger. I was like, I put them in. And then it was just like, oh, I'd quite like a He-Man in there. So I got one of the vintage line ones. I mean, we'll go through it.
All right, yeah, enough chat. Let's crack this bad boy open.
Okay. Let's do it.
Have there been any near misses in terms of someone going head first through the glass or trying to, do mischief? No, good.
I have to say, it looks so much like nicer without the glass on, where it's clear, you can really see the colours.
Can't risk it.
So, like, first up, we got these guys. We've got Buzz and Woody.
And are these original toys that your kids had, or did you buy these for the purpose of the Baby.
glad to see you.
Yeah, these are Phoenix's old toys from when he was younger.
Cool.
So they look great in it. They're big, so big.
Very nice.
Yeah. So now, then we've got stuff like this. So I always knew when I saw this vintage line, I was like, okay, definitely want one of these, like one example of these. The only thing I don't like with this guy is this big retro sticker. Kind of defeats the object for me a bit.
Yeah, you can tell it's modern trying to be old. Those colours, I know you're a big fan of the old Kenner colour schemes on these figures.
Yeah, I am. Massive fan. I'm also not... At first, I thought I liked the sort of damage on the box, but I don't know.
Kind of like those the new Black Series ones where they released the 40th anniversary for New Hope Empire. They've got it right. So they've got the mixture of the card back looking old, but they haven't tried to age the card back or put this retro sticker on. It's just it looks like a old figure, but it's a new figure in the packaging.
What I'm interested is though, have these figures caused havoc on the kind of eBay scene? Because from what I can tell, yeah, that is the exact same mold.
Oh, right. You're saying people, are they getting confused when they're out of the package trying to sell a vintage one and it's actually the retro one?
Well, exactly. I mean, this must have flooded the market with mint Boba Fett's. From what I can tell, there's no difference. I'm sure there obviously is.
Yeah. But,
I mean, it's nice to have one. I'm not going to get any more, but it's cool to have one.
Definitely. Oh, good selection there. Good choice.
Now, this hasn't really satisfied my Transformers thirst. I am looking for something a bit more.
This is the reaction figures, is it?
Yeah. This was just 10 quid. Saw it in the toy store. I thought, okay, the box looks quite old school. I do want something a bit bigger.
So you want a transforming Transformer?
Yeah. Look, this is interesting. Here it says adult collectible, not a toy.
Oh, that is interesting. Yeah. This will be a good a chat maybe to have with your missus, get her on the show to go through the differences between toys for adults and toys for kids 14
plus.
I'm sure a 5-year-old kid would be able to play with that and have fun with it. But
yeah, but I mean, again, aesthetically, I'm going for stuff that looks cool and has nice colours. I'm literally just looking for how the thing looks.
Yeah, 10 quid, boom, done, nice.
Yeah. So,
did you have a favourite Transformer as a kid?
Jazz, Prime,
Jazz to Moon Base 2. Yeah.
Jazz to Moon Base 2. Okay, so now I bought this guy. I bought this absolute peg warmer, apparently.
Black Series.
Before me and you went crazy and went Black Series nuts.
So when did we go Black Series nuts? Was that about maybe July, August time? A bit later.
Well, buying this guy helped because I just saw him in the toy shop and I was like, what is this? In terms of I knew what Black Series was, but I was like, what's this with the card?
Yeah, I mean, your prior experience to Black Series prior to buying this figure last year was you had collected some of the bounty hunters over the course of like 4 years. You've got like 4 bounty hunters. You're a 1 figure a year kind of guy.
Me and Phoenix were just casually collecting them.
Yeah, and then you bought this because I was not into action figures. Summer last year, it's definitely a recent trend, as people who followed me on the podcasts will know. But you buying this, I'd never seen this packaging before. I wasn't into toys, 7 months ago, and you bought this. You were like, "What is this?" Then we both went down that rabbit hole together, and things went nuts.
Things got out of hand fast.
Yeah,
but I bought him thinking, he'll look good in the cabinet. That's what I was doing. I was literally just ticking IPs. So then I was like, right, I've done Star Wars.
Good figure.
I've done Transformers.
I prefer the Skiff Guard uniform for Lando.
Oh, yeah, probably. Yeah, probably.
Just that cape's a bit
Look
big and
at
heavy.
this.
Anyway, what we got?
Look at this. Now, this ticks all my boxes from an aesthetic point of view and how good it looks. Look at the colours.
This is.
I mean, this is
I'm not that familiar with the Turtles lines, but I think this is a Playmates one. Someone will tell me in the comments if I'm wrong, but this is a
classic collection.
Okay, Michelangelo. Yep.
Yeah, it's just got all the original old school branding. Just an amazing box and colours and everything. Just fantastic. 34 points of articulation.
Yeah, yeah. I think there's been a massive resurgence in these Turtles figures. So I've got the 1990 Neca movie Turtles, and the cool thing I like about this is there's many different companies producing these figures, whether they be Hasbro, Neca, Playmates, whatever, Mezco. But a lot of times there's not a lockdown on IPs, so you will get these different companies making the same effective figures, but you can get the movie versions. The video game versions are really cool. The cartoon version, so plenty of choice for collectors out there.
Oh, I've just seen he comes with the sewer cover. That's awesome.
Yeah,
as a stand.
Yeah, very cool, very cool. I had those set of 4, the old versions of those. But
I mean, this
was he your favourite, Michelangelo?
Oh yeah, always been my favourite.
Okay.
The funny guy, but just this pops in the table. Yep. It's big and chunky. Whoa! There it goes.
Settle down.
So, ticking IPs. Next, I was like, right, I need He-Man.
Yes.
Now, these have been out for a while, and I thought these were so cool because this is exactly the original kind of style box.
Yeah. I'm very confused. I'm very confused with the Masters of the Universe line, whether there's vintage, origins, Super 7s. So they've all got different parts of articulation, and I'm very confused. What is this one you got here?
This is Super 7. I don't know. I mean,
does it look like he's got articulation at his elbows and knees?
Oh, no. He is the original mold, for sure.
Oh, it's the vintage ones. Right, okay.
Yeah. But so I have a He-Man and a Skeletor loose, originals in my cabinet. But the thing is with loose figures in a coffee table, they will just disappear.
They'll get lost to the bottom, fall down the cracks.
Yeah, you can't see them. And I've had my eye on this range for a long time, but the prices, hence why I got a Prince Adam, because he's like 25, 30 quid.
He's on the peg.
No one wants him in pink and purps. But I love that look. I mean, that's a good going out look.
Yeah.
I couldn't stretch to the to get He-Man with all his fake tan. I don't know, like 50, 60 quid, ridiculous.
Yeah.
But again, it's how the boxes look. Look at how lovely.
On the back of that Prince Adam one, do you get like a list of other characters in this particular wave?
Yeah, you do. Look, Merman.
Yeah. I was aware of He-Man, Master of the Universe, and watched the cartoon. Never had any of the toys, but I am interested. I do like the designs and the silliness of these characters. So I'm surprised that I haven't splurged out on some of these figures yet.
Yeah. So again, we are ticking boxes. Now, I'm just going to go back to Black Series because I had a real hankering for this figure. Now, you weren't that keen. So this is the Mandalorian end credits series, where they have their kind of original artwork color scheme. Yeah. And there's just something about these colors that I just absolutely love. And this was when we were coming to the end of our Black Series Carnage Festival. And normally I was getting him to open him.
Yes.
And then when he came, I just thought, no, I've already got an open Mando. I'll just keep this one boxed for the coffee table.
Yeah.
And it's really cool.
Yeah. Side question here: Do you see any possibility you having a portion of your current house or a future house or something where you've got a small section of your kind of retro games room where there are figures kind of hanging on the wall, or would you only ever kind of, do you see them in the coffee table?
Well, this coffee table, nothing in here is ever getting opened, and then everything else I have is in like display cabinets and things.
Yeah.
But I do quite like having. We used to joke that when we were in the throes of our Black Series collecting, I did just have them everywhere, like just scattered. I'd find them all over the place. I'd find one in the bath, one here,
down
kitchen,
the side of the sofa.
Because that's how many we were looking at. They were just, it was getting out of hand. Anyway, let's keep with the same IP, but we'll take it back. So, Power of the Force line, quite a controversial line, the kind of muscle bulked up. Your
boxes, you know, I'm not a mint on card collector, but your boxes are nice here.
Well, yeah, you made me sell. I had about 70 of these, and you made me sell them for action figure tokens. So I think I kept Boosh, Vader, and maybe Boba Fett boxed.
Okay.
So I had all of these. I've almost had the entire first couple of years of this line.
Yeah, and I remember us joking when you were collecting these, you thought, right, this is my retirement back in 1995. This is, I'll keep these mint on card in the loft. And then in 20 years' time, you know, that's about 20 grand's worth. In actual fact, it was £100 worth.
Yeah, I know. I mean, it's an interesting line because they've obviously gone away from this look. So it kind of does have its place in history. You know, they obviously thought...
They hadn't done any advancements in the articulation. It was still only 5 points of articulation.
Yeah, it's just funny that, let's face it, this is the first figure since, you know, the last Darth Vader that they made in probably like 1983. And when you just hold them up next to each other, it's just funny what the kind of culture and the zeitgeist, they were thinking, right, we've got to bulk them up.
Yeah, you know, the early to mid-90s, you know, there was I guess, more of an action vibe for kids' toys.
Yeah. Obviously now they don't make them look anything like that. But
no. I'm glad you kept that one, you know, good.
Well, yeah, if you're going to keep one, it might as well be Vader. So this, we've got a Barbie. We've got the first ever Barbie here.
Okay.
This was a present for Emma. Not in the box, so don't know where she's got to.
Okay.
But
that one got opened.
I'm interested in the iconography, you know?
Yeah.
That box, that pops, man.
Yep, very good.
Right, rooting through. Oh, now these are interesting. These are Leia dolls.
Okay.
Hoth Endor.
Yeah.
Now, what was the line? I forget what the line was.
Who makes them? Hasbro? I don't know.
They're all on Disney Plus. They were these short 2-minute cartoons.
Oh, Force of Destiny or something? Or
yeah, that's it. This is the Force of Destiny line. Had quite a strong female lead.
Ahsoka, Rey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, the cool thing with these guys is that they came... So this one came with Wicket.
Right.
A really nice Wicket. Big bugger. And this one came with a really nice R2-D2.
Okay, cool.
To scale. And they're so cool.
And were these bought for the table or for indie, or what was the...
Soft goods.
Very good.
These were Indiana Christmas presents some time ago. I'm a big fan.
Yeah. Is she aware of Star Wars in terms of the movies and stuff? And
yeah, we're doing a Rebels rewatch.
Right.
Yeah, she's really into it. She's got Hera and Sabine Black Series figures.
Okay, cool.
Well, I've forgotten her name. What's that? Jessie?
Jessie, yeah.
pull strings bust. And then, so all we've got left, oh no, geez, rooting through. I've got a...
Rootin' tootin'. Ah, Luke, Jedi Knight. Yeah, nice combo there. I was going to say, it'd be quite cool that you got the Vader and Luke there. It'd be quite cool for some of the IPs you got there to get the villain or something. It might be nice to get a Shredder, or
yes. I have to say,
opposite.
I do like the Rocksteady and Bebop toys.
Yeah.
Big, chunky buggers. So now we've just got the remnants.
Talking about big, chunky buggers, I've got this guy.
Oh, my God, yeah. Even that doesn't do justice to the scale, yeah. So what your viewers need to understand is that clone trooper, that's a 6-inch fig.
Yeah, this guy, big. Archimedes, the ogre. Anyway.
That is hefty.
We might have a look at him on a future episode of ArmaGEEKdon.
So basically, what looks quite cool, because obviously what I've shown you isn't enough to fill a coffee table, but they all kind of lie on a bed of these dolls, from Emma's work, which is cool.
Yeah.
This look at that, like some crazy 2 heads. Maybe get your YouTube channel some female listeners, Chief.
Yeah. Good luck.
Good luck. So yeah, that is.
But in terms of, is there so any IPs that I know you've kind of we mentioned that our throes of craziness of buying action figures was not unprecedented because I've visited some of the forums and Facebook groups out there, and what we were doing is commonplace to a lot of people, but to us it was very much out of the norm, getting packages almost every other day of deliveries of action figures.
I think the interesting thing with us was that there was nothing and then there was everything.
Yeah, and I feel partly responsible for that because I am generally a 0 to 100 guy. Rather than going up through the gears slowly in my hobbies, and trends, I like to just go full steam ahead. Straight away, and then realise what a mistake that was. And I kind of dragged you and our buddy into it as well, who was already collecting toys, but not to the extent of us. And we corrupted him a little bit, I feel. Apologies, Faceman. But we both stepped away from it for a couple of months. But then I actually went back in, not to the same level, but I am now still getting action figures, albeit at a more modest, acceptable pace, whereas you have stayed away from it. Are there any IPs that you feel either the coffee table is missing that you might like to get, or from personal figures that you might like just to have an open, or are you pretty much completely done?
No, so the coffee table will, if anything ever catches my eye, then I'm interested. So yeah, I want a Thundercats in there for sure. What else do I want? I want a better Transformers example.
Yeah. There's no Marvel. There's no Hasbro Legends.
No. I want a. I know what I want. It's I want a Gambit.
Gambit. Okay.
I don't know what the series is called.
You can pick them up pretty cheap. I think it's the retro or the. It's something. I think it's the retro ones where it's a black.
It comes in a
Legends one, and it comes on the card like the Black Series anniversary ones, like a blister pack.
Yeah, it's got an amazing card. It's like full 90s X-Men.
Yeah, you can pick him up for about 18 quid, I think.
I'll probably pick it up.
No Batman.
As soon as I'm done with this.
No Batman.
I'll get him. Ooh, Batman. I don't think aesthetically the box is going to interest me with a Batman.
Got it. Yep.
I'm not sure. It's difficult. Where do you end? I mean, Phoenix for Christmas got some really nice Neca toys. He got a Marty from Back to the Future, and he got a Gremlin. But the boxes,
those Gremlins are great.
Yeah, they're great, but the boxes are huge. They wouldn't work in here.
No. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. What you need to do is I'm going to make you spend some more money here. Is you've got the coffee table for those nice, smaller, aesthetic blister packs or boxes, but what you need is like a display cabinet for the Neca ones. I think I did I showed on a recent episode the Cobra Commander Supreme Snake, and he comes in a gorgeous kind of slipcase box that opens up, much like the Neca ones with the Velcro opening doors. So build a nice little cabinet or display case to display those boxes. There you go.
Yeah, well, Phoenix has got his Neca toys. He's got a cabinet in his room, so he's got them in there, and obviously he's also kept the boxes, and he's got those on display as well, because they are fantastic. But as we were discussing, those Neca toys, the plastic is so hard.
Yep.
We snapped Marty's arm in the first 30 minutes.
Yeah.
And we weren't being crazy with it. We were just trying to pose him, and we were so disappointed.
It's difficult because those Neca ones, and even that big bastard there, that Mythic Legions guy, he came with a note saying from production, especially if cold, the plastic can harden and the joints can stiffen. Please warm up the joints either in warm water or hot air. I mean, you can't imagine back in the day of us buying action figures when we were kids, of getting a warning saying if you move this figure it may break.
But the lines are blurred now.
Again, these are, like you mentioned there, these are on that reaction figure, 14 plus adult toy.
Well, that's what I mean. And at first I thought that was tongue in cheek, but I don't think that's a joke.
No,
I just thought that was something funny, but I think they actually mean that.
Yeah.
It's difficult because they advertise the articulation quite a lot. So, yeah, you should be able to move it around, pose it. I get the feeling that Neca toys really are, you open them and then you put them on display.
Yeah,
you don't really
in a pose. But warming the joint up first, and then put it on display. But I don't know.
I mean, that's what I will give. I will give Black Series is that they are rip them open, do what you want with them. Yeah. There really isn't any of that. You can be rough as with these things.
Yeah.
I mean, what makes me laugh so much about when we were collecting Black Series is that our biggest problem, we felt, was that the price point was too cheap.
Yeah.
We thought that they were too cheap, which meant that we couldn't stop buying them.
Yes. Now, when we first got into buying it, at first, I was like, I'm not dropping £20 on a small piece of plastic. But then, like you said, as a couple of months went by and you start realizing you've got the toy in your hand, you're playing with it while you're watching a movie, you're like, this guy is amazing. He looks incredible. The detail, the articulation, it is out of this world. And we flip-flopped and we went rightly to what you said was £20 is not good, because that means I am buying 5 more than I should do.
Yeah, and also I think Black Series have got a lot of things right in the fact that you can pick these up from a toy shop, Smith's Toys. They are there to be played with.
Yes.
Whereas there's no way you could sell that Neca line in Smith's Toys because they'd be breaking all the time.
Yeah.
Mums would be coming back. They'd be
some of these other high-end ones, which some of the more adult collecting audience will know, things like Mezco and Marfex and things like this. These are the premium brands, the Storm collectibles, where figures are 70, 80, 90 pounds each.
Yeah.
Like you said, you can't have that on a retail. I don't know what it's like in the USA, but definitely in the UK, you wouldn't find those in retail shops because, kids who are shopping for action figures, the mum's never going to say, oh, look, there's a £90 figure, I'll buy that for little Johnny. But then again, these are adult collecting figures. So I don't know. Maybe you might find them in specialist shops, but...
Yeah, you can definitely sell Marvel Legends in Toy Shop.
Yeah.
Because they're coming at it from the exact same place as Black Series, aren't they?
Yeah.
They're borderline. A kid could play with them and go crazy, but then they also appeal to adult collectors. That's why you get these interesting scenes in toy shops around the Black Series aisle. Because, on one hand, you got little Johnny. Oh, let's buy an action figure. And then you got some guy just stripping the pegs in his 40s.
Looking for an unwarped Stormtrooper head.
I mean, we had some Oh my God. I was buying stormtroopers from there. I was buying them for you, for Dave, for me.
You went, I believe, to Smith's to buy stormtroopers 3 days in a row, 3 separate
3
days
days on the bounce. And then I was taking them back. I was like, this guy, what was wrong with him? Was it his head?
It was a warped head on the Mandalorian stormtrooper mold.
It was something going on. That was a funny conversation with the manager.
Well, I have actually got some footage of me going to a Smith's on a journey to get some stormtroopers. Might release that as some bonus footage at some point on the channel. But
well, slip it in right now.
Okay.
I would.
Okay.
Edit to that. Does this appeal? Does this appeal to you? Because I think this is a clever way of someone that's into this. Sometimes their partner might be like, "Yeah, that's cool, but keep it in the cupboard. I don't want to see that in the house where we have guests." But Emma loves this thing. This is a talking piece.
Yeah. And
no one has ever been like, "Yeah, what have you got all that for?" Everyone's just like, "That is amazing."
Oh yeah, I would like some of the cooler looking stuff on display in the house, definitely. And like you said, it's finding a way of displaying it and having it around that doesn't necessarily, I don't want to say offend, but maybe offend other people in the house.
When say a kid's coming around for the first time to this house, like a young kid, when they see it, it is hysterical.
All right.
Because, that is a toy shop. And they're just looking through the glass. They're just like, what is going on? It's so funny to see. It really is. It's torture for a kid.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it'd be torture for me. I'd be like, I want to open up that credit Mando.
Yeah, I would be, next time you're down. Oh my goodness.
Hide that bad boy.
And I don't know if you can see from here, but the cool thing is the whole interior is mirrored.
Right.
So the edges...
so it makes it look bigger. Wicked.
Yeah. Yeah. I do. Yeah, I need to add to it for sure. I do. Thundercats is a good shout. I imagine... everyone is doing this whole vintage thing. I mean, everyone's at it because they know there's people out there like us that will buy it.
Well, very good. That was a great look at the coffee table toy box from Ben Flying Retro.
My legs.
Anything else to add?
I can't feel them. I can't feel my legs.
Well,
I'm not joking.
Unfortunately. Unfortunately, you got to be doing the splits soon. Check out my main man's splits challenge on his Instagram account, Ben Flying Retro. He is trying to do the splits in the year 2021.
It's like they're not my legs.
I
don't feel that.
All kind of issues there. Chief, legs are fine. I'm sitting down, legs up, so no problems for the Chief dog. Thanks for joining me with my special guest today, looking at someone else's toys. I will catch you down the road. What a great show. What a great table. My man, Ben Flying Retro, keeping it real. Wonder if the Chief can get some kind of toy table device going on. Let's wait and see. I'll tell you what I have got, though. I got a can of this. Moose Juice energy drink. Blue raspberry. I think I need that right now, but that's what I'm going to go and do this. Also, on this Friday, I'm just going to let you know that it is Cheltenham Racing Festival in the UK, and this is the best racing festival in the world. Forget about your Breeders' Cup, forget about your Royal Ascot, forget about your Melbourne Cup and all that jazz. This is where it's at. And I've got a tip for you in the big race of the day, the Gold Cup, the 3:05 PM race, and it is a plus tard. Get your mortgage on that. Come back and thank me later in the comments. This is the Chief saying, have a good one.